Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm coming to you with a request video. I have gotten tons of requests to do a collection video of my Louis Vuitton collection as well as my Chanel collection. And since I am in the process of selling a few pieces from Louis Vuitton, I thought this would be a good time to make that video first so that I can show you what I have currently, and I'll tell you which piece right now I am selling. And I'm going to get started with my small leather goods, go through some accessories, and then get into my handbags and larger bags. So the first piece I have here to show you is my Cles. This is in the Monogram print. Just about everything I have now from Louis Vuitton is in the Monogram print. This is my favorite print from Louis Vuitton, and I have sold off everything I had in the Damier Ebene and the Damier Azur prints. Just absolutely love this. Didn't need to have multiples. I felt like I just had an overwhelming number of handbags in my collection, so I've sold quite a few things, and I continue to kind of downsize as my lifestyle changes and my tastes change, and we'll tell you a little bit more of that throughout the video. But this is a piece that I use all the time. I take it with me every day with my keys and just some credit cards, my license, things like that inside, and it's absolutely held up so well. I've had this for over 5 years now, and it's still in excellent condition, so love this piece. My next small leather good is my round coin purse. This is my one and only coin purse, and I absolutely love it. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. The zipper on it works fantastic, just like the day I got it, and I take this with me whenever I'm carrying a large enough handbag that I want to have a separate compartment for coins so they're not kind of cluttering up my wallet. And I have really stopped using wallets. I use, like I said, my Cles quite a bit. I've got some card holders from Chanel that I use, but I don't really have a whole lot of accessories inside my handbag compared to what I used to carry. So this is a piece that I don't get a ton of use out of, but I love having it. It's my only coin purse, and it's not going anywhere, at least for the time being. My next accessory is my Pochette, mini Pochette in the Monogram print. This piece comes with me in all of my medium to large size handbags. It carries my day-to-day kind of cosmetics. I kind of call it my little junk drawer. It carries pretty much all the little things I might need for the day: headache medicine, my nail file, some lipsticks, things like that, and it fits so nicely into some of my medium-sized handbags that I'll show you. And it's just such a cute little piece and something that I don't really have anything else like in my collection, so it definitely is staying. Next up, I've got my passport holder. This has proven to be such a useful piece when I travel. It has 3 credit card slots and this little slot here where I typically will put my license. I carry my husband's passport when we travel together, and it is just the perfect kind of travel wallet slash passport holder, perfect for travel. And my next accessory that was sitting behind me is actually my PM size or small size agenda from Louis Vuitton. This is the first agenda I bought, and since I've had this, I have purchased the MM and then sold it because it was kind of too big and clunky, and it just didn't suit my lifestyle. And I also purchased the desk agenda, which I just recently sold as well. It was just, again, not suiting my lifestyle. I didn't like the way the planner that I had inside kind of moved around and shifted around. It just made me crazy. It was not as kind of neat and organized and compact, and I will tell you that I use my phone for almost all of my day-to-day appointments. So for me, a planner is just like a nice piece to have, but it's not an absolute essential in my life at this point. And this one is the one that I have decided to keep. It's the first one I got. It fits in all of my medium to large size handbags, and I just absolutely love it. And really all I use this for is personal appointments, reminders. I make some lists, really all I need, and I always have a pen on me when I'm carrying this, and it's just such an essential little piece. I typically leave it here at home on my desk lately, but when I am going into the office and I have enough room in my handbag, I will take this with me, and I absolutely love it. Next up, I've got my cosmetic pouches, I think they're called. I've got the GM size and the PM size. These come with me when I travel. Sometimes I'll use this one as a toiletry case and this one as a cosmetics case. Sometimes I'll use this one when I want to take a lot of cosmetics with me, and sometimes I'll even carry this little one inside of my handbags, especially when I'm carrying like my Speedy, my original classic Speedy size 30. This goes really well inside that bag, but they're both just such useful pieces. They've held up so well. These I got over 5 years ago, and they're still in amazing condition, and I absolutely love them. And next up I have my Noe BB. This is what I use a majority of the time when I am traveling for longer trips. It carries all of my toiletries. I've shown this a million times, but I'm just gonna quickly open it up. I do have a Samorga Organizer, and on my last trip I actually didn't take this with me, so right now it is not as full as it normally is, but I just went away for a weekend and I didn't really need this larger toiletry case, but it does hold quite a bit. I've done a lot of videos on this. For anyone who may be interested, you can check back on those to get a little bit more detail, but this is just such a beautiful piece, something I intend to have in my collection for as long as it holds up, and I think that will be years and years to come, and I just absolutely love this piece for travel. And my last small leather good that I use as a handbag is this. This is the Pochette accessoire, and I carry this inside of my larger handbags and totes as kind of a catch-all inside my bag, and I will sometimes use it just as a handbag with a crossbody strap. This is the 12mm crossbody strap from Louis Vuitton, the adjustable one that I will attach to use it crossbody. And then I also have the strap that it came with to use it as a shoulder bag, and pochettes are like all the trend right now, so definitely am going to be using it this way a lot more, I'm sure, in the seasons ahead, but definitely one of my most used pieces from Louis Vuitton. And next up I have 3 scarves from Louis Vuitton. The first one is this beautiful monogram scarf in black, which this is one that kind of just goes with everything, and I love the sort of subtle detail of the Louis Vuitton logo or the monogram in the background, but it's not quite as in your face as the next piece, which is my denim shawl, and this is in the color Noir or black again, and it's really more of like a gray color, and I love the way this kind of just shines in the light. It's got this beautiful kind of deep gray with a lighter gray or silver color on one side, and then on the other side it's kind of the opposite, the reverse. So yeah, this is just absolutely such a beautiful piece, something that is, both of these are just so large and soft and luxurious, and something that I love to take with me when I travel. I can use it as kind of a blanket and just wrap it around myself. I really, really love these, and yes, they do snag, especially this one, but I love them anyway, and definitely something that I get a ton of use out of from Louis Vuitton. And then you're all familiar with this beauty. This is my Louis Vuitton Leopard stole. This was actually the first scarf I purchased from Louis Vuitton, and probably still the most expensive scarf I've ever purchased, but I absolutely love it. It's something that goes with me when I travel a lot. It's something that kind of just goes with everything, and it is so soft and so warm, and just, I love throwing this over me. And today it's actually kind of a cloudy, almost rainy day outside. It's only going to go up into like the mid-60s, and I would love to wear this instead of a jacket going out later, meeting up with some friends for drinks. So yeah, absolutely love this piece. And now getting into my bags, I've got bags all around this room, so I'm just gonna go and reach for them and talk about them one at a time. The first one is actually the one I'm selling that I have put back in its box so that I can ship it out to its new owner. This is a piece that I picked up overseas on a trip with my husband to Ireland, and it was definitely a bit of an impulse purchase because the pricing on Louis Vuitton is so good in Ireland, but it was a bag that I also had been going back and forth on and decided I really wanted to try it. I have it here in its dust bag, and you can probably see that it's missing on the shelves both behind me, and it is in fact my Noe BB, which is a beautiful, beautiful handbag. However, I just don't find myself reaching for it, and I think it's because I have several handbags. You may have seen recently, by the time this video posts on my Instagram, I was going to sell one of 3 bags, either this one, my Speedy 25 bandolier. Actually, it was between this and that. I definitely am not going to sell my Pochette Metis, but all 3 of these bags are very similar size, and they kind of carry the same thing, and I think I just have too many bags like this, and this is the one that I use sort of the least. I have to kind of force myself to use it. I find it just a little bit bulky because of the size of the base, which is in excellent condition, by the way, because I haven't used it so much. I just find bucket bags a little bit bulky to use, especially this particular style, because of where the base hits me. It is kind of a crossbody crossbody or longer shoulder bag, and I just don't find myself loving it as much as the other two. So I was kind of happy when I did find a buyer for this particular bag, because I was really torn about selling the Speedy, and I think this is the way to go, and I'm so happy it is finding a new home, someone who has been looking for this bag and will love it and appreciate it. My next handbag is my Pochette Metis, which I just mentioned is a bag that I absolutely love and am not thinking about selling. It is kind of the perfect medium-sized handbag. I love everything about this bag. I love wearing it on my shoulder as a long kind of shoulder bag. I love wearing it crossbody, and I love the ability to carry it handheld, and I typically will just kind of leave the strap hanging when I do that. I find I reach for it that way a lot when I'm just setting it down or putting it in the car, things like that. I love that it has the handheld functionality, and inside I just have a little bag shaping pillow, and it's dust bag, but this is something that does not sit on the shelf for long, and I am so excited that the fall is finally here and that brown is such a huge color for this fall, because I'm going to be getting a ton of use out of this bag. And my next handbag is my Louis Vuitton Speedy 30. This was the first ever luxury handbag purchase that I made at the Louis Vuitton store here in Charlotte. I absolutely love this bag, but I have not found myself reaching for it recently just because it is so big. I took it out with me last weekend and kind of realized how big it was because I only carried a few things inside it. But it is a beautiful bag, and I do think big bags are going to come back around. And it is such a beautiful, timeless, classic bag. It was the bag that I had just been lusting after for so many years, so it's a little bit sentimental to me, and I don't really want to sell it, but it has been sitting on a shelf for a very long time. But she's an absolute beauty, and I do love the original classic Speedies. I will always be a Speedy girl, and this is just such a beautiful bag. And my next Louis Vuitton bag that I mentioned, thinking about selling, actually I did list it for sale, and then when I sold the Noe, I decided I was going to keep her because she is just so beautiful, makes my heart sing. This is my Speedy 25 bandolier. I have not gotten as much use out of this as I would have liked. I'm not really sure why, but I'm gonna give it another go this fall season and see how I do. I just have the strap inside of this bag with, it's got a Samorga Organizer in there, and I've got the dust bag in there, but yeah, I love her. I love everything about the look of this bag, the shape of this bag. I don't know why I haven't used it as much, but it may just be a lifestyle thing at this time, at this point, whatever in my life, but I still do love it, and it brings my heart joy every time I look at her, so I really don't want to sell her, but it is something I am considering potentially if I don't start using it more, because I don't want it to just sit on a shelf. So let me know if you're interested, but in the meantime, I'm going to keep using this baby. And next up is the other handbag I had listed for sale and then couldn't bring myself to do it. This is my Alma PM, and this is another beautiful bag that I just love it. I did get a few offers on this, but not really what I was looking for, and unless you know, I get a better offer, I am going to just go ahead and use and love this bag because I do love it, and I just don't find myself right now reaching for larger handbags. This is really a medium-sized bag. It doesn't carry all that much, but on me it does seem like a larger handbag than I've been carrying recently, and for that reason I don't think I've been reaching for it that much, but I am going to try to force myself to use her a bit more so she's not sitting on a shelf. And in the meantime, she's in beautiful condition for anyone who may be interested. She is a beautiful handbag, but I just haven't been using her as much as I should, and that is a shame. And my last two Louis Vuitton bags are both bags that I use for travel. The first one is my Neverfull in the GM size. This year, earlier in the year, sold my MM since I really was not using that size at all. Really, I use the Neverfulls most often for travel, and this is like the perfect travel bag. I currently have it stuffed with a Samorga Organizer, a bag shaping pillow, and it's a dust bag, so it is holding its shape quite nicely on the shelf that it sits on, and it's just such a beautiful, timeless, quintessential giant tote bag that I absolutely love. And then my last Louis Vuitton bag is this one. It is, of course, my Keepall in the size 45 bandolier. I did get this hot stamped with my initials, and this is such a beautiful bag, such a great bag for travel, something I know I will have for a lifetime, and just my favorite travel piece from Louis Vuitton. And one last item I almost forgot, it was sitting on a shelf on another handbag. It is my Louis Vuitton Leopard Bandeau. I have it tied here around this beautiful Teddy Blake Eva bag. I absolutely love this little guy. This is the one bandeau that I have from Louis Vuitton, and I think I am going to definitely be getting a lot of use out of it this season, this upcoming fall season, because leopard print is such a huge trend, and it looks so, so cute on this bag, and definitely another one of my favorite accessories from Louis Vuitton. So that is it. That is everything I have currently in my Louis Vuitton collection. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. And I may end up doing another Chanel collection, filming it at the same time. So if you see me dressed in the same outfit, that is what happened. I have a little extra time on my hands this weekend. My husband is away traveling, and I have a ton of time on my hands on this cloudy misery of a day. So I will hopefully see you all soon in my next video, and have a great day. Bye.